Hello, News of the Week. A tragic shooting at Brown University in Rhode Island claimed the lives of 2 students and left 9 others injured, prompting an intense manhunt involving over 400 law enforcement officers. According to officials, the incident occurred on Saturday when a suspect armed with a firearm entered a building where students were taking exams at the Ivy League institution. The university implemented an immediate lockdown, which continued for several hours. Despite assurances from Providence Mayor Brett Smiley that there does not appear to be an ongoing specific threat from the suspect, authorities are actively searching the area. For safety, the campus and nearby neighborhoods remain under a shelter-in-place order as law enforcement agencies work to locate the individual responsible. Details about the Brown University shooting remain limited as law enforcement continues its investigation. The incident, which occurred on December 13th, resulted in 2 fatalities and 8 injuries. Authorities are actively searching for the suspect. Providence Deputy Police Chief Tim O'Hara shared in a press briefing that the shooter is believed to be a man dressed entirely in black. Both O'Hara and Providence Mayor Brett Smiley emphasized that efforts to locate the individual are ongoing. The suspect was last seen leaving the Bruce and Holly Engineering building and heading toward Hope Street. Police are utilizing forensic evidence, surveillance footage, and witness accounts to gather more information and identify the suspect. The Buffalo Bills are currently in Providence as they prepare to face the New England Patriots at Gillette Stadium on Sunday in a matchup that could play a crucial role in determining the AFC East standings. As reported by The Athletic, both teams have been in contact following news of a shooting on Saturday afternoon near Brown University's campus. The incident left 10 people shot, resulting in 2 fatalities and several injuries. The Bills, staying at a downtown hotel approximately a mile from the campus, are remaining inside their accommodations while police continue their search for the gunman. Colorado police report progress in the investigation of JonBenet Ramsey's murder, nearly 30 years after her tragic death. They emphasize that the case remains a top priority. In their annual update, the Boulder Police Department called for anyone with information regarding the 1996 killing of the 6-year-old beauty pageant participant to come forward. The enigmatic case has continued to draw global interest over the years. Police Chief Stephen Redfern revealed that detectives had conducted fresh interviews in response to tips received over the last year and had gathered and tested additional evidence. However, details about the new evidence have not been disclosed. Investigators have also revisited past interviews and reanalyzed existing evidence, leveraging advancements in DNA technology to further their efforts. Peter Green, the acclaimed actor renowned for his portrayal of villainous characters in films like The Mask and Pulp Fiction, has passed away. His manager, Greg Edwards, confirmed the news on December 13th to USA Today. According to Green's IMDb profile, the actor was 60 years old. Edwards informed outlets like NBC News, Deadline, and The Hollywood Reporter that Green was discovered deceased in his New York City apartment on December 12th. The cause of death has not been disclosed. Green attended the New York screening of Green Book, hosted by the Cinema Society at the Roxy Hotel Cinema, on November 14, 2018. Nobody could play a bad guy better than Peter, Edwards shared with NBC News. But he also had a gentle side that many never saw, with a heart as big as gold. President Donald Trump pledged to respond decisively to an attack in central Syria that claimed the lives of 2 U.S. soldiers and an American civilian interpreter on Saturday. The incident targeted a joint U.S.-Syrian security patrol and has been attributed to the Islamic State militant group. According to U.S. officials and Syria's state news agency, the attack also left 3 other American soldiers and 2 Syrian security personnel injured. The lone gunman responsible for the attack, identified by U.S. Central Command as a member of the Islamic State, was killed by partner forces, as confirmed by Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth in a post shared on X. The assault occurred at a fortified base in Palmyra, forcing Trump to re-examine the ongoing U.S. military operation aimed at combating ISIS in Syria, a mission about which he has previously expressed skepticism. Meanwhile, a Syrian Interior Ministry spokesman suggested that the attacker might have been linked to the country's own security services, highlighting ongoing concerns regarding extremists within the ranks of Syria's government. Speaking briefly outside the White House, Trump referred to the fallen Americans as 3 great patriots. The deaths mark the Pentagon's first overseas combat fatalities since January 2024, when 3 U.S. soldiers were killed just across the Syrian border at a base in northeast Jordan known as Tower 22. The president's declared intention to pardon Tina Peters, imprisoned for meddling with election equipment during the 2020 elections, has ignited a legal dispute over the boundaries of Mr. Trump's pardon authority. His promise to pardon Peters, a former county clerk from Colorado found guilty of tampering with voting machines, sparked fresh controversy on Friday surrounding one of the last prominent figures linked to 2020 election denial still serving time. Democratic leaders in Colorado dismissed the move as nothing more than an attempt to pressure a Democratic-controlled state into releasing one of the president's political supporters. They contended that Mr. Trump lacks the legal authority to nullify Peters's state court conviction. Attorney General Phil Weiser of Colorado, a Democrat, labeled the proposal baseless, stating in an interview on Friday that it holds no legal substance. A recently unsealed warrant reveals that the U.S. Coast Guard seized the crude oil tanker M/T Skipper, intercepted near Venezuela, shortly before the warrant was due to expire on Wednesday. This action aligns with the Trump administration's strategy to impose new sanctions targeting Venezuelan oil shipping networks and affiliates of Venezuelan leader Nicolas Maduro. The goal is to increase the risks for companies involved in transporting the country's crude oil. These sanctions are part of an ongoing effort by the administration to curtail what it describes as illegal oil activities connected to Iran and Maduro's government in Caracas. Washington state faces severe flooding as the Midwest prepares for an Arctic blast. A surge of freezing air is pushing south from Canada, spreading across parts of the northern United States, while residents in the Pacific Northwest brace themselves against potential mudslides and levee breaches as floodwaters are predicted to recede slowly. The relentless flooding has displaced thousands, including Eddie Wicks and his wife, who reside on a Washington farm near the Snoqualmie River, surrounded by sunflowers and Christmas trees. As they work to lead their 2 donkeys to higher ground and relocate their 8 goats to their outdoor kitchen, they watch the water rise faster than they had ever seen before. By Thursday afternoon, their home was submerged. Deputies from the King County Sheriff's Office Marine Rescue Dive Unit arrived in time to save the couple and their dog. Using a boat, rescuers navigated half a mile across their now lake-like field to bring them to safety, an effort that was caught on video. Fernando Mendoza makes history as Indiana's first-ever Heisman Trophy winner. The quarterback claimed the prestigious award ahead of Vanderbilt's Diego Pavia, Ohio State's Julian Sayin, and Notre Dame's Jeremiah Love. In what may be one of the most remarkable ascents in the Heisman Trophy's 91-year history, Mendoza's journey culminated Saturday night in New York. The iconic prize was awarded to the dynamic and inspirational quarterback representing Indiana, a seemingly unlikely path for someone considered an underdog. Just a few years earlier, Mendoza had been ranked number 134 among quarterbacks and numbered 2015 overall in the 2022 high school recruiting class. "I'm at a loss for words," he shared while starting his heartfelt acceptance speech. Later, he addressed young athletes with a powerful message: "I want every kid out there who feels overlooked, underestimated, to know I was you." Friends, that's all for now.
Subscribe now. Bye.